Hello, my name is Candace, and today I'm going to be talking to you about what it means to be an American. Of course, I wanted to first start off with sharing, of course, the American flag, because the American flag is the symbolization of one of the biggest symbols of Americans today. We see it displayed all over in people's yards, in government businesses, in different facilities like that. So, of course, wanted to start with that. Next, I want to discuss life after the Civil War. We all know that life after the Civil War it changed a lot of things in a lot of ways. It gave us freedoms that we didn't once have. It also gave more jobs, more opportunities to come for people that were minority groups, such as slaves. There wasn't a lot of money, but of course, you know, America became industrialized after the Civil War, which of course brought more jobs to our great nation. So we also have after the Civil War, we have a Reconstruction timeline that I've posted here, all the way from when Abraham Lincoln was assassinated to to the year of 1877, where Hayes was elected president, and that was the end of Reconstruction. In the middle of all the Reconstruction timeline, from the assassination of Lincoln to to the election of Hayes, we see different things such as the KKK, and also we see in between there, which I have highlighted in the next few slides, the 13th, 14th, and 15th Amendment come into play as well. And I'm going to discuss those in greater detail in these next upcoming slides here. So we have on the 13th Amendment, we have the end of slavery. So obviously, as it states here, neither slavery nor involuntary servitude except as punishment for crime whereof the party shall have been duly convicted shall exist within the United States. So basically, we should not treat people unfairly because of their race, their color, or the difference in their skin. Next, we have where our slaves become citizens under the 14th Amendment. So basically, we gave slaves their rights we have basically gave them their equal rights. So, excuse me. So we granted them full citizenship as well. Gave them, like I said, all their rights to life, liberty, and property, in which they did not have before, and gave them that equal protection that they deserve just as much as us, as any other citizen in the United States. Next, we have again the Reconstruction. We also had during the Civil War when it was going on, we had something called like the Black Codes, which were, like I said, laws passed in the South that limited rights to African Americans. But thankfully today we don't have that anymore because of those amendments that I just discussed. And then back in, like I said, after the Civil War, we had things such as the Transcontinental Railroad that comes to America, which leads to it's a railroad that goes all the way across the United States and makes it accessible for other areas and for people to grow or to be able to travel as they please, to be able to find work and things like that of that nature. The Statue of Liberty also was one of the biggest things that came to America as well. It came from France and it still stands in one of the greatest cities in America today, which is New York City. It's one of the highlights that most people go to see. Um, and then this was particularly one of my favorite ones because it is where the women step up. So after the Civil War, women were allowed to go to work. They took government jobs, they worked farms, and they became more active in society as a whole. But even that, they were also they never stopped fulfilling their household duties. And I just wanted to put this because it's a symbolization of a strong woman. And again, women are strong today and they play many roles in our society. We also see that comes into play the invention of the telephone, which is a vital asset of our world today. It was invented by Alexander Graham Bell. As you can see from the first telephone he built to some phones until the new phones that we have today, which most people no longer have house phones, they have cell phones. Then we see the invention of there's light. by Thomas Edison. He brought that into, you know, light, as I would say, and gave us things that light up our world today. Then we established interracial democracy was established as well after the Civil War. Then a few particular things as I end my slideshow here that I am very proud to be an American today because we have the freedom of choice, the rights, and to be equal. So, and then next we have equal rights, equality, which is a big asset in our society today. Just because I am a woman and a disabled American, so I did include the equality that we have opportunities for jobs, that we have opportunities for every individual in our society today just because we are America, we are the land of the free, and we have opportunities for everybody, regardless of race, color, disability, or whatever may be hindering us, or maybe uh, the minority of our, as I'm trying to say. Again, this is America. We have a land of opportunity. We have a land of employment for all Americans and just the opportunity for all people that come to our great nation here. And we are united, of course. We are the United States. Some major takeaways that we need to remember is life has changed drastically since the end of the Civil War. We've had so many opportunities available that were the direct result of the Civil War, and a lot of things changed uh, in the United States after the Civil War. Some good, and obviously we still have a long way to go in our society today and in our country. But just remember, we have come such a long way since the end of the Civil War and equal opportunities economically, and just creating jobs and that opportunity to be able to come here and have that freedom. Um, Today, I just want to end the slideshow presentation by obviously saying the Pledge of Allegiance, and it states, I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you so much for joining me.